What's going on, guys? Two mics, one bucket. You already know, Ruli back in the game. Sorry wasn't able to upload videos recently, guys. Andaba haciendo unas cosillas por ahí, me ocupé. But now we're back. We're ready to go. I'm going to be guiding you through what happened these past weeks that I wasn't able to upload. But I'm going to recap on what happened, on what we had talked about, and some of the things that we're going to be going over on this video. I'm going to be sharing pretty much about the different approaches to the market, how to be patient, when not to be afraid to act, pull the trigger, man, going for the kill. You already know what's going on. Be confident on your moves, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. I'm gonna tell you about a little bit of how I use the RSI and the MACD and how it can help you benefit to make better moves on the market if you're using the charts as well. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen right now. And make sure to like and comment. Tell me what you think about what I'm sharing with you guys, and if you hear me all right, because this mic on the last video I think it was a little off. But okay, share screen. Go this time. Share. Okay, there it is. So all right, guys, here we have some of the charts. I'm gonna go over AMC right now really quick because we were talking about it last time. And since then, it pretty much, we hit that $50 mark. And from there, we retreated to had a little bit of a back and forth here on like the $40 area. And then we currently went as low as $33 the other day. But I mean, right now, everything that's happened since that pretty much through this time, September, so since the beginning of October, and this is where we take into consideration the RSI and the MACD. And let me show you guys real quick before I even get into it, because it'll make it a little bit easier for you to understand maybe, or if you already know, then that's badass, because then you're making moves. All right, so the moving average convergence divergence, the MACD. So what is this? So the moving average convergence divergence is a trend following momentum indicator that shows a relationship between two moving averages of a security's price. The MACD is calculated by subtracting the 26th period exponential moving average, EMA, from the 12th period EMA. The result of the calculation is the MACD line. A 9-day EMA of the MACD, called the signal line, is then plotted on top of the MACD line, which can function as a trigger for buy and sell signals. Traders may buy the security when the MACD crosses above its signal line, and sell or short the security when the MACD crosses below the signal line. Moving average convergence divergence indicators can be interpreted in several ways, but the more common methods are crossovers, divergences, and rapid rises and falls. And right now I'm going to show you what's been happening so that you can see on the chart what I'm talking about, and what this can help you with. It's very, I only use technically three indicators that I'm using. I'm using the RSI, the MACD, and Williams Alligator, and I'm gonna tell you why. They've helped me make moves. I've had some good profits, but nonetheless, I've held the bag too long, and that's where I've made my mistakes. Most of my mistakes, or most of my losses, have been calculated losses, and all my losses are an average, a calculated average as well, that I'm not trying to go over. So as long as you keep a discipline with your losses, then you're gonna have higher wins. Because even though if you might be losing or on losing streaks, eventually you're gonna start cutting those losses short and shorter and shorter and shorter. If you are, like I said, disciplined, and if you want to keep learning and you go on the markets and learn what's going on, jobs reports, vaccine mandates, airline restrictions. I'm gonna go through all that so that it can help you guys, and hopefully you like this. All right, guys, so that's the MACD, right? So it's moving average convergence divergence is calculated by subtracting 26 period exponential moving average, EMA, from the 12th period. So when those cross, it gives you a potentially triggering signal, and it's a momentum of buying and selling pressure. So that's the MACD. And here I move on to the RSI. And the RSI, what does the RSI tell you? Okay, so the primary trend of the stock or asset is an important tool in making sure the indicators reading are properly understood. For example, well-known market technicians Constance Brown, CMT, has promoted the idea that an oversold reading on the RSI is an uptrend. Okay. Well, let me go back. For example, well-known market technician Constance Brown, CMT, has prompted the idea that an oversold reading on the RSI in an uptrend is likely much higher than 30%, and that an overbought reading on the RSI during a downtrend it's much lower than the 70% level. As you can see in the following chart, during a downtrend, the RSI would peak near the 50% level rather than the 70%, which could be used by investors to more reliably signal bearish conditions. Many investors will apply a horizontal trend line between 30% and 70% levels when a strong trend is in place to better identify extremes. Modifying overbought or oversold levels when the price of a stock or asset is in a long-term horizontal channel is usually unnecessary. A relatable concept to using overbought or oversold levels appropriate to the trend is to focus on trade signals and techniques that conform to the trend. In other words, using bullish signals when the price is on a bullish trend and bear signals when the stock is in a bearish trend will help to avoid the many false alarms that the RSI can generate. And that is very true. It's happened to me where I've hanged on looking at the RSI, but not noticing on a larger scale. If you're looking at the RSI in a smaller time frame, like a 15-minute to an hour, 4-hour, it's very different from a daily to weekly to monthly RSI, which would then give you a better perspective if you're in a bullish trend or a bearish trend. I'm gonna switch over to the charts real quick right now so that I can guide you guys and see and tell you what I've learned and how I use it. For example, right now, one of the reasons why I've held and held AMC through this pretty much gap right here, through this momentum that you see right here. So this is on a weekly time frame, and look at the RSI, what it was telling us right here. So we were at overbought levels when we hit 70. We had a retracement to around like 43, and we had this momentum here of price action within these price ranges of 64 to 50 bucks, and then eventually dropping to 30 bucks, and then continue on this momentum right here, and then propelling. And then that's one of the reasons why I was saying to buy in this area right here around 30, because on our indicators on the RSI you could see that we had some buying pressure right here along with the MACD, and on a lower time frame, on a daily, you would see that. Hold up, guys, let me zoom out real quick so I can show you better. Okay, so here on our RSI we can see how from these overbought levels, when we hit 70, we continued a little downtrend. So here it was already telling us that we were pretty much overbought, and it was looking to release some pressure. We released a lot of pressure around this area, where then it turned to buying pressure for, and with the help of the MACD indicator, we calculate that by this slowing of selling right here in these levels right here, guys. So as you can see, we started having a slowdown on the selling, and now we had a little bit of buying pressure, which jumped our prices. And not only do we have this to help us follow a trend, but then we go outside, and then like I was saying, we look at what's happening. Oh shit, wrong button, guys, my bad. I am so sorry. Sheesh. I know your time is precious. Try not to waste it here. But yeah, okay. Let me put this on the sun. Just out of the way. I know you can't see it, but I can, and it's bothering me, guys. I'm sorry. Okay. Out of the way. All right. So we had major movie releases from the last call we had done on AMC. We had at the beginning of October Venom, And currently, James Bond is out, and both of them are breaking box office records and pre-pandemic box office records that were breaking. So, in an overall perspective, it's looking good out there. It's not reflecting on the charts just yet. We did have that spike to $50, like I was saying. Also, during the pandemic, a lot of these theaters were remodeled, uh, updated. Now, if you go to like one of the, I recently went, I was in Ohio and I went to one of the AMC's in Columbus, and it was a pretty big AMC theater. It was really nice. And now pretty much you buy your own ticket in like a digital kiosk, and you can pay even in cryptocurrency, which is crazy. Guys, it's coming. It's just a matter of time. Like I say, we have to practice to be patient. There's a lot of different stuff you can do if you want to trade the market. Uh, if you want to swing trade long term, scalp, it's up to you. Uh, right now my account's looking good and healthy because I've made some good moves since the beginning of the year. I had taken some profits, which I'm gonna pay taxes on. This is not any financial advice. You do your own research and be aware of what can happen to your money, because it's not lost until you sell. Okay, so if you can hold through the ups and downs, your money's gonna be there. If you're willing to hold it, or if you want to trade, that's why I'm showing you guys this. As a trader, I love this. I love to go out and look at what's going on. So box office, No Time to Die. Uh, No Time to Die money box office 31% higher than Spectre from the last time. Um, we also had, like I said, Venom breaking records. I think it did over 100 million of the first weekend. James Bond's doing the same thing. So now we go back to the charts and we do a comparison. Well, these guys are doing all this stuff, right? Box office. And then let's put cinema, theaters, and then let's see what we find on the news. The future of movie theaters is more than just movies. Oh yeah, also what they're doing now, you can do private parties at these AMC theaters and Cinemark theaters as well, which is pretty cool. They're getting the lounge sofas. I think not so far from now, they're probably gonna have a digital screen on those freaking lunch sofas so that you could order and then you get like service to you, which would be pretty cool. In my opinion, that would be awesome. Yeah, so I mean, the economy, everything. I'm gonna do a little bit more so that I put this on there, guys. So this was one of the ones we're talking about right now. Look at this buying pressure that is building, because the selling pressure is slowing, which would indicate that there's some buying pressure. I usually like to place my bets around when it's this color, when you're seeing that it's slowing down, it's slowly slowing down, and from down the other side, we can do a comparison on both and say, well, it was a little, it's still on oversold level, so maybe it was this buying pressure continues, and we try to see and retest these levels over here of overbought as well to 70 mark. Yes, sir. So let's go. Let's go, guys. Another really good pick that we were talking about the other day was Rolls-Royce Holdings, RYCEY. RYCEY. There it is. So we're talking about last time. I told you that if you wanted to make history with the company, you'd like check it out. I think we were on like 160 or 165-ish, I think. But nonetheless, some of the things that they recently did, it was that they got a contract with the UK. And I'm gonna show you guys again how I've been like following this company, following the trends. And one of the things about TradingView that, I only pay 14 bucks a month. I can't, not just yet. Being able to afford the full package, which I will soon, and then it'll be a good investment for my own. Another good investment would be the Bloomberg terminal, which is $2,000 a month. Hopefully I can get it if you guys help me out, and then I can share how I use that Bloomberg terminal, and then better trades, Bermoods, and it's not any financial advice, but I would share my Bloomberg terminal with you guys. I mean, do you have any out there right now doing that? I don't think so, but I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. Nonetheless, guys, okay, Rolls-Royce RYCEY, they recently got a contract because they're developing nuclear capable submarines for the military. Uh, so the United States, the United Kingdom, and Australia recently had a contract to pretty much fight China's military hostility in the Asian, in the South Asian Sea. The China Sea were like around that region of the Philippines and Vietnam, uh, North Korea, South Korea, around that all that region. They're building how would it say, like they're building fake islands. They're not fake, they're just man-made islands on like, so pretty much every country off of the shores has an approximate property of let's say you go to Houston, right? And the off of the oh, no, let's go by country. Okay. So the United States and Mexico. So Texas border, off of Brownsville, South Padre Island, off of the island of South Padre, certain miles out into the Gulf of Mexico would be the property of the United States. And then from Mexico, from the La Playa Bagdad onto the Gulf of Mexico, then certain miles is Mexican. So yeah, so submarines, there's a lot of hostility over there with China. Hold on, guys. My brother. I'm about to be done. I'm doing a video. I'm almost done. Yeah, guys. So, yeah, really quick. So Rolls-Royce, yeah, they got a contract for nuclear capable submarines with the United States, and from that, I did a little bit more research, and then, oh damn, thanks, brother. My brother brought me, got me a little blunt. This is quite good. Jeez. It's early in the AM here in Texas, guys. We are at 10 currently. The markets have opened. We currently have stagnant markets. Look at what I'm looking at here, guys. So US, Australia, and UK unveil new security partnership as China expands its military and influence. So what happened is that, like I said, the hostility in China and the China Sea is increasing. So from this meeting recently, like about a week or 2 weeks ago, came Japan and joined them. So now we have the Quad Summit in China. Again, to your predictions for the future of the Quad. But yeah, so pretty much it's these countries that are gathering against the bully of China, because they're feeling threatened by what China's doing and pushing the boundaries of intimidating other countries by, putting pressure on imports, exports, taxes, and stuff like that. So that's how they move. That's how the Chinese move. And yeah, so also, guys, one of the things that I learned is that the U.S. economy is relatively new in the world. So I think we still have a long way to go. Greatest country in the world, believe it or not. Prove it otherwise. I mean, it's just giving me the opportunity to do and work, and that's all I'm doing, man. Everywhere we go, we're probably gonna have to work something, we're gonna have to do something. Might as well do what you love and get the opportunity here, or be smart enough not to sell out, or be smart enough to keep the company growing, and do what you got to do, guys. So this is the information that is out there, and this propelled the price of Rolls-Royce to new heights, reaching $2, which is a new mark. And look at this, guys. So once that happened, which was like about a month ago, we are on the 13th, and this happened from the 15th onward. It was a pretty good move, guys. You would have made some money if you were day trading or scalping. You would have made some good money right here, guys. That's all I can say. Like I said, depending on what you want to do, I'm looking a little bit on a more long-term outlook for this, trying to pay less taxes. If you hold over a year, you pay less taxes than if you were to sell before. Uh, Whatever is more convenient for you guys. And like I said, it is not any financial advice. If you like this video, please subscribe. I'm going to be coming up with more and sharing more information. But yes, guys, so I'm looking on to hold this baby until we reach $10. So around like this region. So I'm in it for the long term, guys. By the way, this is hemp. Try Cura.com, the cleanest. What we do here in Cura is that we pretty much go across the country looking for the best farms. We recently went to Oregon to the farms. It's family oriented, very they're not any like a big scale or like a warehouse or like any pharmaceutical grade, but they're the most natural thing out there. No pesticides, no hard chemicals, no nothing. Guys, another move on our peso. Remember, we were on this trade looking for the 2020. So from our last trade that we had here, it kind of took us out because we had a very tight stop loss. Well, I had a tight stop loss, which then led to us getting stopped. Like it was like by a cent. So you guys, you have to be aware that this can happen. It could be frustrating, but nonetheless, then we have to wait, and we have to wait because the market will present itself and will give us the opportunity to try again. Just like in life, we get to try again. Guys, so right now, honestly, we're gonna wait. We're looking for that pullback. I'm looking around like 2020, even 20 again, maybe 19, a ver qué se ve. A lo mejor testeamos. ¿Por qué? Porque viene, de hecho, a mí puede pasar rápido todo esto porque para finales de esta tercera o última cora aquí en Estados Unidos, vamos a ver un pronóstico de incremento, a forecast of an increase from last year's customers' purchases. Now, another thing that while I'm looking at the dollar and the Mexican peso, I'm here looking at the border, and then I look at what happened recently. Traveling restrictions. So the U.S. will reopen Canadian and Mexican borders to fully vaccinated visitors. We got Black Friday coming. We got Thanksgiving. We got Christmas. We got box office record-breaking movie theaters going on right now. There's a lot of stuff that's going to move in the markets, guys. Be ready. If you heard what happened with Evergrande recently with China, it was a big company, real estate, mostly into real estate, but it was like a bank, right? And they had a lot of investors' money to develop projects in undeveloped areas of China where they want to push more people in. So yeah, so that almost unstabilized the markets. It's put in a comparison to what happened with what happened to that guy, what's his name, he lost $20 billion in one day. That Chinese guy, right? I don't believe in coincidence, right? Maybe it was a like pushback from certain people or someone that wanted China to feel what we felt. The markets had a stumble that day. I mean, he was heavily shorted on some U.S. stocks, some good U.S. companies. I mean, so there's a lot of stuff going on right there that we might not even know about that's happening in a bigger level. But nonetheless, also oil output, natural gas. Oh my God, I'm not gonna have enough time on this video, guys. I only got 3% left. I even forgot what I was gonna do right now. Oh yeah. Chargers. Hey, bro, you got my computer charger? Yeah. Bro, I'm at 3%. You can hook me up, please. Please. Okay. Oh, just fell, bro. Sorry about that. Yes, guys. Also, airlines. So airlines, there was recently something going on. A little thing that might be holding on the markets right now in the United States is the vaccine mandates. So we had a little incident that happened, which a lot of flights were being delayed. We had a stumble on the airlines recently because pilots were complaining about the vaccine mandate. Oh, it's on, bro. Yes. No, 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 don't turn it off. Do we have a? Oh, we'll turn that down off. Oh, thanks, bro. Okay, so yeah, these guys are pushing for the vaccine mandates, which is causing a lot of a lot of different opinions in the United States and the world as well. But nonetheless, the markets are gonna move and they're gonna keep moving, guys. So we just gotta adapt, move, uh, stay healthy, work out, exercise, eat, try for the most part, try to eat healthy. I know there's might be traveling soon, you can't make sandwiches enough for everybody. A lot of other things that might play a part. If you're like if you're a father or mother, I know it must be a little bit stressful. You gotta cook, clean, wash. You gotta do a lot of stuff, and as a provider of a family, as a man, you gotta go out and work long hours every day. uh many days of the week. Sometimes you might not even get to see your family for a long time of the week or months because you got to go out and work somewhere. Guys, we feel you. That's one of the reasons why I started this channel to try not to go back to those jobs. They can be very beneficial jobs, but very risky as well. So please like and donate and help me, keep this channel going. If you like it, guys. So yeah, so another thing about inflation, watch out for gasoline prices spiking up because that's gonna happen, guys. Keep your budgets, to what's happening. Keep in consideration that food prices are gonna go up as well because there's especially right now, there's a demand or there's a shortage of products out there, and you've seen in the news from right now California. There's a shipment problem right now that with the I think it's in the port. They can't receive the ships, so the ships are just going back, and some are just floating around, having difficulty entering, getting unloaded. So recently, Jerome Powell said they were being accused of insider trading at the Federal Reserve. That shook the markets a little bit as well, but nonetheless, the Federal Reserve came out and addressed that, saying that before they had talked about it previously before, making those purchases after the COVID relief was provided. Right now, there's going to be a lot more relief provided, and they're looking to taper maybe in the month of November. Recently, the job reports came out. It was lower than expected, but nonetheless higher from the last one. So that's why one of the reasons why Jerome Powell said he would not start tapering just yet, because the economy still needs to push. We've seen it on the airlines. We've seen it on a lot of stuff that still we're getting out there. And hopefully by next year, it'll be a lot better. 2022 going to 2023. Put into comparison what happened in the early 1920s, 1918 with the Spanish flu, roaring 20s. Also, cannabis market, dipping its toes into all this. Maybe Joe Biden needs to bring up his rating. He needs to bring up his rating, definitely, man. Everybody, let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. There's a lot of stuff going on. All right, guys. So also sports, sports is a Manchester United stock there. There's a lot of good stocks, guys. I'm not gonna have time on this video because I gotta go right now, but show you guys right now about the MACD and the RSI, like we were talking about. Here is the chart on XAUUSD gold. And look at this, guys. This is just a beautiful example of how the RSI and the MACD can help you make better trades. This is from the daily perspective. So right now we might be on a bullish trend continuing. Usually, and then we go back and we study, and this is what we do. This is what I do. This is what I love to do. On my time, I like to go back and look at the charts, look at what they're doing, what is it telling you. Like, it talks to you, it talks to all of us, talks to the one that listens. Guys, beautiful right here. Just look at that on the daily. And then you go down to a smaller time frame. That's the beginning of August, which is right on this side, guys. But look, oversold. Look at the other side. I'm still on the trend. Still on the trend. Boom. Oversold. Really, really, really oversold. And from there, this would have been a better option for you to get on a trend and make a move to. I would have put 1820 would have been my take profit. Stop loss would have been 1715. That would have been 50 pips. More than enough. More than enough. Telling you guys, you don't need to risk that much. You will learn from every loss if you want to. Mark my words. Moving on. Right here. Boom. Again, guys. See, it's around like this area. It's heavily uh stabilized right here on this floor and did not break that floor. So from here, maybe we could take in a high, uh, um, high reward, low risk trade, and we could have made our move. Boom, easy money right there, guys. You know, it's just like I said, depends on what you're doing, long term, short term, and then you gotta go and see your cards. This is a 4 hour time frame. This takes time, guys. It takes time and patience. It takes time and patience. Bitcoin real quick. All right, guys. So recently, something that's on the news, Bitcoin's being regulated a lot more. One of the guys that you should check out and listen to is Gary Gensler. He is the one making the moves. He's the one out there. And before he even was nominated, or before he even was elected to be the chair of the SEC, Gary Gensler was a professor at the University of Technology, the Institute of Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken, or something. Yeah, he was a teacher, but he was a cryptocurrency teacher. So he's very well. He knows very well what he's doing, in my opinion, about what he's trying to do with the cryptocurrency space. So be careful also into what you're getting to. There's a lot of stuff out there, guys, that you should be looking into. XRP, Ethereum, most of because of like what they're gonna provide us with the technology, but that's long term, guys. We're gonna have a pullback on these markets. You're gonna see that's what, in my opinion, I think we're gonna hit 30K with Bitcoin. Once all these regulations are like tightening, because it's just gonna flood the market with more money, more institutions, and they're driving the price at the end of the day. Like, there's nothing that's going to compete with the US dollar, or the Federal Reserve wouldn't allow it. History repeats itself. It's been done before. It's been tried to be done before, and maybe not in this way, but separate way. Yes. All right, guys. Let me see if I'm missing anything right now. No, that's it for this video. I pretty much went over everything on the charts as well. I think we're gonna have a pullback on Bitcoin soon. On the daily, I can see it. We're oversold, we're overbought. Some selling pressures beginning to build right here. We look into a lower time frame. We did have some look. So right now on the lower time frame, we can see that maybe we have like a continuation of an uptrend, but we will see once we reach that last ceiling of 57. And then from there, if we break higher, then we might continue to above like 60K, which was the previous high. If that previous high is broken, then you can expect a much higher price than that, and then we'll continue to see what happens. But me personally, with all these regulations going on, I think it's just going to be a little bit more hard to push that price up. All right, guys, so that's it for this video. I'm seeing. How do I stop this? Okay, guys. How do I share? No, my bad. My bad, guys. All right, guys. All right, guys. Well, this is it. See you soon. I'm gonna put a little music. Oh, to the Bluetooth over there. Yeah. Let me just take it off. There it is. But I'm gonna say bye to you guys with a very good song that I think you should listen to. Nah, I'm just kidding, bro. I like that song, but it's the outro. Oh yeah, and if you don't watch the fight, oh, playing music is what is that? Hey, yeah, that was a good fight. With my boy Fury knocking out Wilder. Great fight, great fight. Joshua Usyk, great fight, guys. I'm not gonna have time, but I'll talk to you about it on the other video. I'll be uploading another video soon about a little bit more about the entertainment business and how you could potentially make some profit off of it as well, guys. All right. Wow, man, how do I do this? Oh, there it is. All right, guys. See you later.